Hey, it's Dan Moralez. This is Homebuyer Radio, episode number 71. For the last month, we've been talking about construction loans, and I'm going to switch up a little bit. And I'm doing this because of just some recent experiences I've had in dealing with clients. And, I did an episode about having reasonable expectations a few months back. And it just talked about, just having reasonable expectations as far as what your budget is and the amount of house it can buy you and good stuff like that. But I also want to talk about having reasonable expectations in regards to your overall financial picture. Okay, and what I mean by that is, let's just say you're a client that has a lower credit score. Maybe your credit score is, 620, 630 or something like that, okay? That is by no stretch of the imagination a really high credit score, okay? It's also not such a bad credit score that you couldn't find a way to get a loan done. In most cases, if you have a lower score, and I would, probably consider a lower score, anything probably 640 or under, okay? There's some lenders that, won't even do an FHA loan with a credit score of less than 640. And there are some lenders that will do them, as low as 580 and even a little bit lower than that, okay? But what I mean is, if you're a borrower who has a credit score that's probably less than 640, you're not necessarily the strongest borrower, okay? And oftentimes, in order to get you approved, and to get you approved under terms that don't really stink, it's going to require a fair amount of work and effort on your lender's part, okay? And that means it's going to take time. Okay, I recently had a client who she had filled out an application probably about a year ago. Credit score was in the upper 500s. We gave her some pointers and some ideas on how she could kind of get her score in a better, more viable position. And, and gave her kind of a game plan to circle back with me. Okay, so she did that. She came back, circled back with me, and we updated her information and got some of her details together, and her score had gone up closer to about 620 or so, okay? Possibly something that could be done. A lot of loans nowadays go through an automated scorecard, okay? A lot of lenders are going to require that your loan goes through an automated scorecard to determine whether or not it's eligible or something that could be approved, okay? In this case, this person just didn't have any patience to wait. I need an answer right now, and pretty much expected me to drop everything I was doing to answer her pressing issue because she wanted an answer right here, right now. I always tell clients the fast and easy answer is really simple. No. Okay? That's the fast, easy answer. No, I can't get your loan approved. There are some times where we can find a way to get your loan approved, but it just takes a little bit of time. And what I mean by that is it takes some time to figure out what characteristics of your loan we would need to adjust or get to a specific place where we can secure a loan approval for you, right? Because sometimes, the loan as is in its current shape, it's something that can't be approved because it's either lacking cash reserves or a debt-to-income ratio is too high or a credit score is too low, or there's any multitude of little things that can sometimes be worked through and you can improve and you can kind of move some of those pieces, if you will, to be able to get a client approved that wouldn't have been able to get approved otherwise, right? And sometimes discovering what the, if you will, scorecard is going to take takes time, right? It does. It just takes time to be able to go through and try to find a way to position a loan where we can get all the characteristics in line and we can get a loan approved. That way we can come back to you with a game plan and say, okay, here's how I can, secure a loan approval for you. Here's the steps that you're going to have to take in order to get yourself in that position where we can secure that loan approval, right? So sometimes the answer is just not as quick and easy as what you might want it to be. It may take a little bit of time, and sometimes that, you're just gonna have to be patient, right? Because let me just give you a lecture, right? As a father of 5 awesome kids who I love to death and 2 step kids, I love them all, right? But sometimes I get to be dad, right? And dad gets to give you a lecture, okay? And dad's gonna give you a lecture. If your credit score is a lower credit score, you did that to yourself, okay? Nobody else did it. You did it to yourself. and you did it to yourself because you either didn't pay something on time or you didn't plan appropriately for a rainy day or any multitude of things that could have happened to you in life that caused some situation or circumstance where your credit score went down or you had a negative set of things that have impacted you, right? Even if it's losing a job, right? You did it to yourself because you took the job at the place where you got let go and, maybe they shut down or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're still responsible for yourself in the things that happened to you, not me, okay? As your loan officer, I didn't do it to you. I didn't tell you to pay something late. I didn't tell you to have a bankruptcy. I didn't tell you to quit your job. I didn't tell you to be financially irresponsible or to have any multitude of circumstances in life that have happened to you that may have impacted your credit score or your overall ability to borrow, okay? So that wasn't me. That is unfortunately, it's something that you get to own, right? And I don't want to sound insensitive because I do know that there are times where clients have circumstances that have happened to them that were truly unavoidable, and we work with those clients all the time. And there's some of my favorite clients, right? But then I also have clients who have done a bunch of things that have put themselves in a really bad spot that they did it to themselves. And some of those clients can be some of the ones that are the most difficult to work with because they just don't have any patience. They're unwilling to work with you. They're unwilling to kind of work through this process because they feel like they should have a pile of money handed to them. So, just be realistic in your expectations, right? Be realistic in knowing that, hey, if you've got a file that, maybe has some challenges and struggles, first of all, always be courteous to your lender. They want to get you approved. They want to help you out. I want to help you out. But, understand that if you have a unique set of circumstances or a unique situation, that it is going to take time and, be willing to start this process early enough so that you have enough time to position yourself in the best possible place to get your loan approval with the least amount of stress and hurdles to clear, okay? That's my rant for this episode. Again, this is Dan Moralez, and my NMLS number is 709729. My phone number is 616-931-4629. You can find me on the web at danmoralez.com. That's DANMORALEZ.com. And again, Northpointe Bank is an equal housing lender.